Episode 6 of Ferchland Talks Felician. My guest today, Redshirt senior Felician baseball pitcher, Alex Schwartz. Alex, how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm good, Jim. I'm really good. I'm excited to be here. How you doing, man?
All right. I know you've been asking to be on here for about a little month and a half now, but I'm happy that we finally got this to work. And let's get this on the road. So the start of the season happened last week. And you guys started off well against Malloy. Then you just came off of that back-to-back doubleheader against Stack and lost all 4 games. But as far as the strength of the schedule is concerned, how do you guys feel you're playing right now, even though you won your first 2 and you dropped your last 5?
So I definitely think we have a chance to turn it around, going forward. We had some tough games, really back-to-back close games. Together, but moving forward, we can definitely turn it around. It was just a rough start to the year, but we have a great group of guys on this squad, a lot of talent, really good pitching depth too. So I definitely think we can turn around, especially once we get into conference play. We can turn that record around and hopefully win a CAC title that way.
Speaking of conference play, we're going to segue right into that. Last year, due to cut to the coronavirus, you guys finished 2-11, a very rough start to 2019 and 2020. But 2021 came around. You guys are projected to win the CACC this year. Do you think that is no fluke? Do you guys think you have a chance to win the conference once conference play comes around?
I definitely think we have a real shot. This is a really special group of guys that we have on the team this year. And once we start rolling on all cylinders, once we start clicking all together, we have a lot of transfers right now. And I just feel like we're not clicking on all cylinders together right now. But once we get there, once we get to that point, I'm 100% sure that we can make a deep run into the conference tournament and possibly get into the regional tournament and make a run there too.
Good. Your strength of the starting rotation for Felician, you got Dwayne Marshall, who's a transfer. Then you have Michael Gutierrez, yourself, along with Nicolise, a transfer from Dominican, and then you have Darwin Matos. So how do you feel with those 5 pitchers you guys can establish a good synergy coming into conference play?
So this is the best starting rotation I've ever been on as a baseball player in my career. We have a really talented group of pitchers, especially starters, who can all go out there and I know who are capable of getting the job done. Just to touch on Goody. Everybody knows Gutierrez. He's in the record books at Felician. Just the man knows how to pitch.
He's 45 strikeouts shy of first place. He's 263.
And I have no doubt that he'll get there in 5 games. The man just punches people out. And then we got Marshall. Marshall's just a great kid. He's really humble, super quiet, but the man just throws flames. Like I've seen him up to the hardest I've seen him up to in practice is like 93, but it was just with ease, absolute just easy 93, no effort at all. And I'm out there grunting and trying to get the most out of the ball, and I'll be lucky if I touch an 88. So just to see someone who can do that with that type of talent is just amazing, and it's great to have on the staff.
Coach Langen says that Marshall clocks in at 96.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it at all. But I've only seen him on the gun at practice, and it was just easy 93. Just so to see him put effort into a pitch, I wouldn't doubt that he could probably get up to 98.
And he doesn't even grunt. He just throws hard at me like you're grunting like a tennis player going 88 miles an hour.
Exactly, if I'm lucky. And then, Nicolise, great kid, transfer. He's a little goofy, but, the man, he's got great stuff, and I have no doubt that, he's going to help us go deep into games. And then we got the lefty in the rotation, Darwin Matos, and, the kid's just a workhorse. Every day before practice, he's the first one there. He's getting his sprints in. He's doing his weighted ball work. So the man's just a workhorse, and, you can count on him really in any spot, if we need, a big pitch. So I really believe in this staff. And, to go along with the staff, I got to shout out the bullpen too. We have a really talented bullpen. We might be a little on the younger side, but some of these guys, man, they can pitch. They really can pitch, and I believe in them. And even though we had a a rough set going through. I know I can count on these guys. When I got pulled from the game yesterday, and I look down, I see Tucker. I'm like, I was walking off the field. I'm like, man, you got this. And I believe in that kid 100%. I don't mind handing the ball off to any one of our guys in the pen just because I trust all of them.
Your hobbies outside of baseball. Now, I know we talked about this prior, but this is something very interesting. So, Mr. Schwartz, what are you doing when you're not throwing 88-mile-an-hour fastballs to your catcher?
So, I really enjoy playing a lot of video games. I'm an avid investor. I like going to, looking at stocks, looking at cryptocurrencies, and a lot of the guys on the team will just come up to me if they have any if they want some stock advice, or they want to learn about like Bitcoin or Ethereum, all the cryptocurrencies. So I'm like the resident stock expert on the team. So if anybody was like, hey, what's your stock pick for this week? I'll give it to them. And another side thing I have going on right now is I actually own a company. I won a contest at Felician last year where it was in the business department, and it was to pitch an idea of, of a company. And I went in and I won. And they gave me $5,000 to start my company, Locked Technologies, LOCKD. And we're incorporated. And what my product is if you know how Apple Pay works,
yep,
you just tap your phone on the card reader. There's a chip in every phone called an NFC chip.
Yep.
That allows you to do that. And what my company is a door lock with an app on your phone. Tap your phone on the lock. It opens Face ID, scans your face, lets you in. And so that's the company idea. We have a couple prototypes right now. And we're looking for more investors, if anyone watching. But I really see the main application for this as hotels and doctors' offices,
yes,
maybe hospitals as well. Just rooms where only certain people are granted access. And how I see it for hospitals is, a surgeon or a doctor has access to all the rooms, while a nurse has only access to specific rooms. You code that into the apps, and they would be able to cut down on so many keys people having.
This is a very valuable idea, especially in a pandemic right now where it's all about social distancing, people being in different rooms away from each other.
Yeah.
Alex, that is a brilliant idea, and I wish you the best of luck with that. That'd be awesome.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
And my final question, I guess, would be like your favorite baseball moment, whether it be individual or favorite moment that you've had watching Major League Baseball, minor league baseball. But I just want to know, when you go back and you play that sport that you love, what's the first thing that comes to mind of why you wanted to play it?
So I guess I can give you three options, I'll give you all three of them. So my favorite moment as a player would definitely be pitching in the regional tournament 2 years ago. It was just a whole different atmosphere, pitching in these big games against these teams who had really good records, and we knew they were going to be tough games going into it. And just having the ball in that spot is definitely one of my favorite moments in my baseball career. Professional moment, I gotta say it was Jeter's last game. Just watching that game.
Walk off versus Baltimore.
Walk off, exactly. Brought a tear to my eye. Jeter was my idol growing up. Him and Mariano, and just to see a legend go like that in style, walking it off. It's just that's definitely my favorite baseball history moment that I watched live. And I guess the moment that got me into baseball, I guess it's just kind of a collection of moments. Growing up, we lived in Ohio from when I was 2 to 5, I think.
Okay.
Just as a young child. And my dad every weekend would just take me to like minor league games out there and just sit in the grass. And they had like a grass lawn you could sit at. And it's definitely what got me interested in playing. I would just go with him every weekend.
Now, are you in Northern Ohio by Lake Erie? So therefore, that's why you're so adapted to the cold then, if you were that young.
Yeah, it was Columbus, where we lived at, Columbus. So Yeah, they're just going to baseball games every weekend with my dad, and finally started letting me play once they got around the T-ball. So that's definitely what got me into baseball. It's a good baseball moment.
That is a great story, for sure.
Thank you.
Alex Schwartz, thank you so much for joining episode 6, Ferchland Talks Felician. Good luck the rest of the way this season, and thank you again for your time.
All right, thanks, Jim. I really appreciate it.
All right, awesome.